Hello, Christian, and welcome to Motivational Monday.
Good morning, Melissa. How are you doing today?
I am fabulous. I am in the Amherst office in Ohio, and where they are just rocking and rolling, and things are so busy. So it's nice to be back here in an office and being motivated.
Very much so. I'm here at the Northville office up on the second floor in my office, and a couple agents downstairs doing their work, making it happen. We've had a very busy week. I live here on a lake. This office is a pretty big second home office, and we've been very busy selling a lot of houses to people who want to get out of the city. So come on up. We got real estate to sell you.
That's good. I was just going to ask how your market activity is, because I bet it is slamming, huh?
Yeah, I actually heard a story, not out of this office, at a different office. An agent put a house on the market and didn't have 15 offers, changed the number. They had 51 offers. I've never heard of that. I had an agent call me the other day, and he said, literally, with our time blocks, because we can't overlap appointments right now with COVID, with our time blocks, they can only fit in 8 showings a day. And he's like, I got 20 showings in the first day. He's like, I can't fit them in. So we shortened it to 30 minutes, so that way we could get 16 showings a day, and the property still had 8 offers within the first 12 hours. So it's pretty crazy here.
Unbelievable. I thought we had a good story yesterday with Heather Strodick from one of our offices, and our Crocker Road office had 20 offers yesterday on one of her newer properties that sold way over asking. So I'll tell you, the story of the weekend seems to be multiple offers, multiple offers, multiple offers. And the moral of the story seems to be listings, listings, listings. That's for sure.
Well, and if you think about it, if there's 21 offers, that means there's 20 buyers that are still out there looking. So we need to communicate that to the public. And I think that's what I've been really telling my agents to do, is get out there on social media. And now that you're starting to interact with the public, people are out at restaurants now. Restaurants here are open. Churches are doing outdoor services or limited indoor services. As you're starting to interact with your community, tell them how crazy the market is. Because a lot of people are going, really? They have no clue. They really think that it is sick from the virus, and just the opposite, right?
Right. Well, the media is not telling them, so we have to. So it's a matter of continually putting out your talking point. Having some facts ready that are, that you can share in person when you're at some of those events. Post them on your social media. Let people know. Put sold signs up. Let people drive by and see, wow, that house was just listed. I'm shocked that it's sold already.
Yeah, the only thing I want to caution before you start talking about thinking inside the box is we do have to be careful to not discourage buyers from getting into the market. Because if we talk too much about multiple offers, then buyers are like, well, forget it. So I think we also need to mention there's a reason, if you're a buyer, you still want to get in the market right now. And that's because interest rates are so low, and we don't see an end to this in sight. I don't think 60 days from now there's going to be a flood of listings that's going to make this market do a 180, right? No, it seems like it's going to be like this for a while. So
I agree. And buyers, if they're not taking advantage of these interest rates, I saw the rates coming up on my email, and I'm in the market and still thought it was a typo. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's amazing.
Well, I'm gonna put myself on mute, and I'm gonna let you take it away, Melissa, to tell us how to think inside the box. Love it. I'm excited to hear it.
Sounds good. I'll be talking a little bit about thinking inside the box. And as usual, Christian will be, working the chat box. So if you have any questions or ideas or thoughts, or if I didn't cover something enough, please let me know. And Christian will be covering that. And let's see here. And what I want to do is share this screen. One moment, please. All right, I think we are going to be good here. Wait, hold on. I'm having a little trouble. Christian and I switched over the host. So I'm going to.
Should be right.
Yep. Just give me one more minute, guys. Sorry about this.
Here, I'll stall. I'll talk about something. I don't know. What do you want me to talk about? I'll talk about what else is going on in the market. So our area, I did 2 things this week. Number one, our area, we send out an honor roll which is like how many sales we did. And it was one of the biggest we'd ever seen. And that actually prompted me the last week to go back and look at my year-to-date numbers for my team. And I hadn't done that for the last 60 days, probably because I was like, I don't want to do it because I don't want to know, because I assumed my year-to-date numbers would be way behind. Well, I was pleasantly surprised when my year-to-date numbers in closings were actually ahead of the same point last year. And then I looked at our in contract and I looked at where we were in the year. And I said to myself, I'm like, you know what? We're going to probably, if we keep this pace, not only meet last year's numbers, we're probably going to exceed it. And even if we were down 5 or 10%, really that's a small number in comparison to where we are in the year. So encourage all of you to maybe look at your numbers to give yourself some perspective that we're really not all that far off. So, all right, looks like Melissa got her screen shared now.
Oh my goodness.
I stalled for you, Melissa.
Thank you. Perfect teamwork, perfect teamwork. So anyways, like I like to do to bring us all up to where we are today is give you a little bit of a trip down memory lane. So week 1, and it's hard to believe how far into this, we were talking about the MPH squared, which was your mindset, which has never been more important. Your plan, your habit of hard work. And that's something that we have reinforced week after week. Then we went to week 2, the E plus R equals O. Your event plus the response equals the outcome. How many of you are wearing your green bands? It says that, hey, I take 100% responsibility for my response because I know I can't control the event, and therefore I control the outcome. And look at everybody that we have. We have more green penguins that are joining us every week. And I'll be talking at the end about how you can get your band if you don't have them already, and hopefully you are wearing them. But again, we love to hear your success stories. Then in week 3, we talked about focus, eating the frog, one thing at a time, concentrate on your goals, use your time wisely, and starve your distractions. So that was very big, talking about the focus. And then we went into the dip in week 4. So the dip, and we're getting out of the dip right now. So the dip starts showing where when things get tough, a lot of people quit, they stop. You know, the dip is what really keeps you going. And those people who work through the dip, who go through the grind, who have that grit, boy, look at the curve they have on the top. But I think that's the curve we're starting to see a little bit right now, Christian, in our marketplaces. And a lot of you are really starting to soar with your business. And if it's not there yet, it will be with all of that hard work that you have been doing. Of course, we talked in week 5 about the negotiator, and never split the difference. And there is, you know, nothing more important than our negotiating skills and what we bring to our clients. And week 6, we talked about the 212 degrees and what you do every single day for that one extra degree. And boy, have there been good examples of all of you taking that extra step, making that extra phone call, sending that extra email, stopping at that extra store to introduce yourself, whatever it is, calling that extra past client. So great job. Week 7, getting your mojo, you know, your motivation, how to get it, how to keep it, your motivation and your drive, you know, how they're not just the natural characteristics that we don't control, that we proactively create our motivation and our drive every single day in our lives. So make sure you keep that mojo. And if you're on this call, you certainly are good at that. Week 8, we talked about the conversation matters. Using the phone to talk, not just texting, not just emailing everything. And we also talked about the power of the pause and slowing down and listening to what our clients are really saying and not just trying to formulate a response. So we talked about the value of having that conversation. In week 8, we talked about the 3 magical questions that our clients are asking. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? And are you competent? And how do we respond to the questions that our clients are thinking? And what are ways that we can, combat that and be able to answer those questions? And week 10, can you believe it's week 10, Christian? We are talking about thinking inside the box, not outside the box, because there is a lot of value that's inside the box. So what do our consumers want? They want us to focus on their needs, to focus on the consumer's needs and create solutions to their problems. So everybody, whether they're buying, whether they're selling, when you're looking at the real estate industry, they have a need and they're looking for us to have that solution. And that holds true with any type of industry, any type of business out there. We are there to fill the needs. And of course, they want us to save them what? Time and money while we're doing that, while we're, focusing on their needs and solving their problems. So I oftentimes like to look at different industries to see how are they focusing on consumer needs and how are they creating solutions to save us all time and money, because then that helps me relate it to the real estate industry. Let's look at a couple of favorites here. HelloFresh. How many of you, by a show of hands, have ever used HelloFresh? So what is it? HelloFresh is a box that comes to your doorstep that has all of the ingredients for you to cook a very healthy, balanced meal. Because what do people sometimes don't have time for? Time to grocery shop, time to pick all of the right ingredients. They might not know how to make things very healthy. So what do? We tend to go to takeout, stop at McDonald's on the way home, go out to dinner. But boy, if we could have a healthy option, and voila, was created HelloFresh, in addition to a lot of other places like this. But the beauty of it is sometimes we don't even know what ingredients we should put in there. They put it in there and they think for us, but yet we need to put it together. Maybe sometimes you might add your own little ingredients to make it your own, but you certainly don't need to, because everything is right there packaged for you. All you have to do is utilize it. I mean, here's a review of what a consumer liked about HelloFresh. Hey, I like HelloFresh. It's great to have pre-thought out dinner plans for our part of the week. The recipes are unique and all of them delicious. Price isn't bad either for what you get. So again, what are they looking for? Time, how we can save them time and money. Ingredients are separated into their meal boxes, which makes it easy. Directions are easy to follow, even for me. And the dinners always come out good. We love the convenience and the ease of it all. So you look at it, and here's a company and a whole industry that said, hey, you know what? What if we just made life easier for people and brought it to their doorstep, put it in a box, and all they need to do is then recreate it according to the directions. Then here's one of my favorites, Stitch Fix. I am not a shopper. I do not like to shop. I am not good at it. I always thought, boy, I need like adult Granimals. I don't know if you have ever heard of Granimals, but it's when you shopped for kids and they would have the matching tag for the top and the bottoms for kids to put outfits together. So I always thought, you know what, this is what I need. Well, voila, I discovered Stitch Fix. So here you just, here's a company that the box appears at your doorstep because you filled something out online. You told them about what you were looking for. Hey, I'm looking for some new summer outfits. I'm going to a wedding, whatever it is. Put in some of your parameters and they do the shopping for you. And it shows up at your doorstep. There's 5 different pieces in there. It has the jewelry to match. It has everything. So you have a complete outfit. What does that do? That saves you what? Time, and that saves you money. That solves a consumer's needs, and it has a solution. People love that. You're making things easier. You're making it easier for them. Now, here's one of my other favorites that I just discovered is Daily Harvest. This is another thing that comes to your doorstep. Now, what is Daily Harvest? I love my smoothies. So I'm constantly buying ingredients to put into my smoothies to make them healthy and get them on the road. Well, sometimes I end up running out the door because I didn't have time to put them all in the cup and get out the strawberries and get out this. And then they would, I would read certain things and maybe I should get flaxseed or maybe I should add this. And so I have all these different things until I discovered Daily Harvest. What that does is that comes in a cup for you with all of the ingredients in it. See the top picture. Everything is right in it. It comes frozen. And all then you need to do is add in either some almond milk, some water, coconut water, and you mix it all up. And it's so easy, and you just keep it right in that cup after you pour it back in there, and voila, you're off and running. What does that do? That saves you time and money, gives me a healthy snack because I always keep thinking, oh, I need to eat healthier. Oh, I spend a lot of time in my car. Oh, instead of going through McDonald's, I'm going to grab a Daily Harvest on my way out. The beauty of it is it has some ingredients that really I never thought I even knew about that were healthy. You look at the ingredients on the side. Blueberries, obviously I know blueberries, bananas, spinach, zucchini, dates, lemon. Pine pollen? Like what is pine pollen? All right, I look it up. The benefits of pine pollen. Pine pollen helps to rebuild your immune system, enhances the metabolic function of the skin, nourish the hair at its roots, see? And improves the organic stamina for high efficiency and quick pace. Man, I love pine pollen now. I never even knew what it was, but what a benefit that is that it came into my prepackaged healthy snack. I passed up the black sesame there. Like, what is black sesame? Black sesame seeds the health benefits, anti-aging properties. Oh, perfect. Healthy skin and bones. Love that. Good for the heart. Yay. Protect against disease. Great right now. And promoting digestive health. I mean, so now you look at it and think, wow, I would never have discovered this on my own. If I was out searching, I would have never thought of putting in pine pollen or black sesame into my smoothie. So as you're wondering, what does this all have to do with real estate? Well, like I said, I love to study other industries to see what are we doing and how can we improve ourselves. So we have a Howard Hanna box that is delivered to you as our agents. And it makes it so nice because we may have things, we may have ingredients in there that you may not have ever thought of. We may have had the pollen of real estate or the black sesame or whatever it is, whereas, you know, it may not have been discovered if you were just out there looking. Plus, this all is designed to help save you as our internal customer, our internal client. It's designed to save you time and money. It's designed to save our clients time and money as our buyers and our sellers. So that's why we even, why we even have a box. So again, to help you, as our clients, to save you time and money while providing a greater level of service to all of our clients. So let's take a little quick peek about what is in our Howard Hanna box. And again, I want you to think about it. The reason why we do this is the exact same reason why the other industries have flourished because of this. So you look, we have so many wonderful tools, and all we need to do is spend time, a little bit of prep time, read the directions, put them in the blender, whatever the case is, so that way we can, personalize it for us, but everything is really done for us, and we're bringing it to your doorstep, or to your email, or to your next webinar, whatever the case is. So what's in our Howard Hanna box? We have the mobile app, we have Real Scout, we have Open to Close, AdWords, ZipLogic. We have our Hanna presentations that most of you love for a listing presentation. Engage CRM, Microsoft Quantum, BuySide, our Howard Hanna mobile app. So there are so many things that are in here. It's just a matter for you to just take a couple of minutes to be able to listen to a webinar, to learn more about it, to see what those tools are for you. But it's a lot easier than trying to go through and find all those ingredients for yourself. So I'm going to point out a couple of specifics on some of these, because you may use one or two of these, these items in the box. You may not use all of them. So what I'm going to do is challenge you this week to spend an extra, maybe a half an hour in the morning to work inside the box, to think inside the box of what haven't I used to its fullest? What can benefit me to save me time and money, save my clients time and money, and or help me generate more clients? So let's take a look at some of these with the highlights. Open to Close is in your box. We love Open to Close. Clients love Open to Close. It is a sophisticated, very easy to use open house management system. It makes a great first impression. How many of you used to have I was looking to see if I had a yellow legal pad here, but the yellow legal pad where somebody would sign on in. Oh, but first, you would sign in on a fake name. So that way they would follow your writing in there, and you'd put in your phone number and all of that. And then they would start writing down their information. Afterwards, then, you would try to follow up, send them some information. Sometimes you had right numbers, sometimes you had wrong numbers. Maybe 3 weeks later, you went to follow up with them, but you can't find that legal pad, so you started a new one. I don't know, that's what I used to do. Anyways, open to close offers so many benefits. It helps you capture your leads efficiently and avoid the handwriting errors. It's also a lot more private than people having their information on a clipboard or on a sheet of paper right there. So it makes it very private, and I think that's what clients love about it. Plus, you're starting to see people signing in, online almost everywhere you go, whether it's the doctor's office or whatever. So it gives a very professional opinion. Number two, it verifies the contact information in real time and provides you with a powerful social profiling for instantaneous customer insights. So that's right. When they sign in, it can link to you. Like, you can look at their social media. It tells you if it's a real person, if it's their real information. So it does, right while they're in the house, you can look at it and you get some great information. So it's very, very safe. Number three, open to close is integrated with many other Howard Hanna marketing technology. So this way, it can guide you and lead you into your engaged CRM, and you're not continually inputting in the same person's name and phone number and marketing information and contact information. So what does that do? That saves you time and money. So that's one of the tools in open to close. Real Scout. This is a collaborative search platform that helps the buyers find their dream home, and buyers love it. It uses natural language, keeps you in the loop as all of their needs and preferences shift. So number one, it collects the customers' reactions to property styles and home features to build a profile of their preferences. So if you haven't used Real Scout yet, or your clients have not, it allows you to hit the like button. Oh, I like this. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I need this. And as it does that, it continues to build. So it makes, it just makes their searches that much more robust. Number two, then Real Scout leverages that predictive technology that I just mentioned and machine learning algorithms to highlight properties that might interest them. Number three, you get email alerts throughout the process that summarizes your client's preferences and interests, helping you show them exactly what they've been looking for. And number four, Real Scout lets you match home buyers to listings you may have, creating a self-serving database of potential leads. So this is such a great way to keep people informed. It's extremely user-friendly, and again, very, very predictive with their technology. So if that's something you have not used yet that's in the box, maybe look at it and say, let me try it out on myself or my spouse or a friend, and have them play with it. Have you play with it maybe for a lake house out by Christian, so that way you can try to see and you can start using that technology there. So that's another tool. Engage CRM. This is available in most of our areas. Now, Engage CRM, it's a cloud-based tool for managing all of our real estate customer relationships. It helps you to maintain and nurture the future relationships with your leads and your clients. So agents, you can customize your workflows to help them stay in touch with all of your leads. So if you prefer to call leads once a week, you can set up the CRM to give you automatic reminders. You can, text, email. It allows those preferences that you can have in there for your best form of communication. I started the business back in 1987. And I will never remember, or never forget, I should say, Margie DeMaestri, who is one of our fabulous agents in our mentor office, went to a conference one year, and she came home with this great idea, and it was called Brains in a Box. And we loved it. I used Brains in a Box for years. And what it was basically a shoebox that they sold us, believe it or not, and we bought it for a lot of money. And it was this shoebox, and it had in there index cards. So the index cards were, 1 through 31. Then they have January through December. Then they would have the different years. So I would have an index card for each client. And it would be like, okay, call them back in 2 weeks. Well, this was the 15th of the day. I would put that index card in number 29. Oh, call me back in August. I might be ready when the kids go back to school. I would take that index card, put it into August. Oh, I want to remember these clients on their anniversary. Oh, I put them into 2021 for June because they bought a house from me in June. Are you kidding me? When I look at something like Engage right now, what they have, I mean, this is brains in a box. Like, I don't even know. It's just unbelievable. So this is like something that can make your life so easy once you put it into place. Buy side. This is, I love this tool too. This is a powerful valuation technology that helps homeowners understand the significant variation in the automatic home valuation tools. If you go to buy side and you put in your address, it doesn't just give you the Zillow that sometimes people look for, but it gives you several different valuations. It gives you, you scroll down, it gives you a whole bunch of information about your house. Buyers love this because it has a lot of different information. Plus, it shows you the different buyers that are in the system for your house by a code number. So it'll have buyer, HG4732, and then it has the information. So this is a way of that we can reverse prospect throughout buy side. So, a couple of different tasks for you to take advantage of with buy side. Have you added your buyer information in buy side to ensure that they are 4-star buyers? Did you add a personal home valuation link to your email signature? It is a great way for people to click on that and to share it on social media. If you haven't already, you'll see agents who have put, oh, let me share this on social media. Guess what happens? If somebody puts in their address, because, oh, I want to know what my home is worth. I want to know what the valuation, you know it. It shows up on your dashboard. You think, I didn't know my second cousin was interested in the value of their home or maybe thinking about it. Oh boy, they signed up for monthly updates and really want to know, I may have generated a buyer or a potential seller here that I didn't realize existed. Oh, wait, those 20 offers that was on a property this weekend on Sunday, they have a house that would fit maybe what those other 19 people were looking for. Maybe I'll reach out to them and say, have you ever thought about selling recently? As a matter of fact, we have. Voila, how did you know? It's magic. So did you have a buyer market analysis generated for you in your virtual listing presentation? All of these things are in your toolbox. All of the ingredients are here. It's just up for you to use them. The mobile app. The mobile app is a great one because what is everybody looking for? Apps. And this is, we've taken it to the next level now. So now you can market your apps to clients and strategies from real top agents that you can implement in your marketing efforts. You can integrate the app into your everyday business, and you can dive deeper into your agent dashboard to collect more data, just to follow up how clients want you to follow up with different property suggestions to win them over and more. So if you are not familiar with the app and want to learn more about it, in your email today, you would have received information at 3 o'clock. There is another webinar on dominating your market with the Howard Hanna app. So if you haven't registered for that, and if you haven't used the app, you may want to use the app for that. So all of these, again, sometimes we talk about, or we hear people talk about, maybe they want to develop their own app, or they have their own CRM that they're looking out for in a different way. And boy, I'll tell you, all of these are integrated together. It's all like having a, being able to plug them all in and they all talk to each other. And so these are very much integrated. They are very thought out. And they might be things that maybe there was a piece of it, again, that you didn't know about, that you weren't familiar with, and you didn't realize how this could help your business. But we've brought this all to you. So let's carve out a little bit of time this week to start thinking inside the box and look in that box to think, what can I spend a little bit more time on? What can I learn more about? And I have some more green penguin bracelets. So if you email Christian or I with one tool that you've discovered or a tip that you learned inside the box this week, we will send you a green penguin bracelet. So you just have to email us the information. But what I wanted to do this week was really just motivate you to look and see what's at your doorstep already, what's in the box, what's there waiting for you to just read the directions to make life easier for you, to save you time, to make you more money, and just to help grow your business, because it's all right there, just waiting for you to take it out of the box if you haven't already. So that's what I wanted to just try to relay, because hopefully this sparked your interest or your motivation for maybe just one tool that you didn't know about already.
Now, I want everyone to know, Melissa and I, we don't know what each other's going to talk about. Like, I'm hearing this for the first time. Like, I get her follow-along worksheet, the day before, and I can kind of get an idea what she's going for, but I don't know. So these stories I'm going to tell you real quick are just like coming to my mind as I'm listening to Melissa. So just yesterday, I was talking with an agent, and she was talking about a lot of the leads that come in on listings, realtor.com leads or Zillow leads. And a lot of times they tend to be kind of what we would call the low-lying leads, right? But they don't turn into a lot. But this agent said, Christian, even the ones that don't call me back, I just throw them in the Real Scout, because at the end of the day, if they get enough emails from me over the course of 6 months, they might call me. Like, don't we know that is true? We do know that's true. Like, thinking inside the box is using the tools that we already have. And I know for me, it's hard to pick a favorite tool in that toolbox, but if I had to pick a favorite tool, Real Scout is it. I used to set myself up for alerts in MLS. I don't do that. I now get the alerts through Real Scout, and I like it better for me. So that's just something that came to my mind, is how useful Real Scout is. Just how much does it cost you to put people in the Real Scout? Right? How much does it cost for people to stay in there for a year? Zero. And if you put enough people in there and they're getting these constant emails from you, a year from now, that dead-end lead on Realtor.com that you put in Real Scout gets a property emailed to them from you, and they've been getting stuff from you for a year. Who do you think they're calling? You know that they're calling you, right? So I love it. It's just like the fundamentals. It's like, here's what we already have. We just got to use it, right?
Isn't that the truth?
I don't have any questions that came across. If you do have any questions, throw them up in the Q&A or chat box. I'll give one more quick, since I was talking about Realtor.com. And once again, these are utilizing the tools that we already have. Now, Melissa didn't talk about this one tool that we have, but we have this one tool called the phone, right? And the phone, it can do this thing called making phone calls. Like, we can call people. And so the agent actually downstairs right now, and when I came in, she listed a property Friday, and it was a nice listing. And she goes, Christian, I sold my listing already 3 days on market. I said, awesome, congratulations. Who brought the buyer? She goes, I double-sided it. I said, Lynn, that's awesome, good for you. Where'd you get the buyer from? And you know what she said? She goes, Realtor.com. I called the guy back, and his response was, wait a minute, are you a real person? He was surprised to get a call back from a real person. And then she obviously ended up double-siding the house, double-ended it. So this is the fundamentals. It's use and open the close and Real Scout and engage. And talk about engage, that's a system to follow up with people. Hand out presentations. So simple, yet sets you apart when you go for your listing presentation. I haven't played with the app yet. I know it's new. I'm excited to get that app. I got to go get mine downloaded. And then, of course, I got Buy-Side as well. I think Buy-Side's a great tool. So there's so many tools out there. Jump inside that box. I thought that was great stuff, Melissa. Thanks for sharing that.
Oh, absolutely. And Christian, you'll be joining us, next week with Motivational Monday. So make sure you set your time for next Monday at 1 o'clock. And
I'll give you the outline, the quick words, right? We're going to be talking about 3 things. We're going to be talking about discipline, consistency, and self-mastery, and how they all go together. So we're going to be talking about discipline, because the truth is, a lot of you hear the stuff that we're talking about and you agree with it, but then when it comes time to do it, the couch looks a little comfortable, right? Or going out for ice cream or whatever it is, right? So we're going to talk about discipline. We're going to talk about consistency, doing the things on a daily or weekly or hourly basis, whatever it is. And then we're going to talk about that self-mastery, how to become a master of yourself. So we talk about that.
Excellent. Well, I will look forward to seeing that next Monday. And in the meantime, boy, let's keep those listings going. Let's keep that focus. Let's bring in business. I'm in the office right now, so I need to get my mask back on and go help a couple of agents. So make sure you're in your offices. And all right, everybody, it was a marvelous time. I love spending time with you, and we'll see you next Monday. Have a great day.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.